Hey guys, I'm PK7 and welcome to the Magic Igloo. I'm going to go over the Burning Vengeance deck that I'm running for the season. It's been quite a bit tweaked since the MTG Deck Builder deck tech, and it got 4th place at tonight's game day, and I got at least one win out of every match, so I wasn't just luck sacking everything, let's say, even though the deck has some luck sacking in it, obviously, as we'll get to that if you don't know anything about it. Otherwise, if you want to get a reference for a deck, I'd go with this video. Just continue watching. I'll show you some key points eventually. So I'll go through the land base. We're not really sparing any money in my deck. We've got 4 Sulfur Falls, 4 Steam Vents, and then I'm playing 8 mountains and 5 islands. I'm playing 21 lands. It works for me. Don't play any less than this because you get mana screwed more, and maybe play 22 or 23, but I discovered that I hit my land drops quite fine. So I'll get to the creatures. No more than 2 Snapcasters, otherwise you get screwed over if you're playing the deck completely right. I mean, I guess you can make some other list where if you're budget, you don't have to play a Snapcaster, and if you're going to go all out, don't just run 3 or 4 because you'll get screwed over. 2, for me at least, that's my opinion, I guess. It's really just quite fitting to the T. And I'm running 2 main board Guttersnipe, and the sideboard ones really didn't do anything, so probably just 2 Guttersnipes in the whole deck, and it just serves as extra Burning Vengeance, and it does a little bit more, but it's more vulnerable to, removal. Like, it can just get killed by burn and everything out there that wants to hit on creatures, but it accelerates things. So next, 2 Talrand. This is an alternate win condition, by far just one of the best cards in the deck. You get so many Drakes off because you have so many spells in the deck. You flashback spells, you play spells from your hand, you get Drakes, and eventually you stop caring about Thragtusks and Huntmasters, let's just say. So we'll move on to the non-creatures, and we'll just go down. There's a bunch of them. So we'll start off with Burning Vengeance being the only enchantment in the deck, and it is your main win condition. Now let me tell you, if you just have Burning Vengeance be your winning condition in this kind of deck, you're screwed. Don't do that. Run alternate win conditions or you're screwed. I mean, besides the fact that it's just the fact that there's slaughter games and other hate. I pulled off a game where I had Artifact Hate, Witchbane Orb, and Burning Vengeance was nullified, and then Talrand just created a bunch of tokens, and I took over. But yeah, we'll move on. I'm running 2 Giestflame. You don't have to run any. It's the fact that it flashes back. I was running 3 at one point, but I decided 2 is fine. 2, you flash it back later on. You're not caring about the 1 damage, although that can be viable against mana dorks in green-white aggro. And other variants, they just run mana dork, so it comes in handy, and it flashes back, and it sets off Talrand's trigger. So then we move on to Pillar of Flame, that takes care of zombies and other undying creatures that are low, and it just takes care of, it can take care of mana dorks too, but it just works really well. I might run 1 more, but I'm not really sure. I've gotten a lot of suggestions from a lot of people. Moving on, by far it's probably the best card in the deck besides Burning Vengeance. Yeah, it's the core. Like, basically, we run a playset of Desperate Ravings, but you don't get a choice in the matter of what you discard after drawing the 2 cards. It's more card advantage, but I prefer Faithless Looting to the fact that I can keep the good cards. So if I draw another Burning Vengeance or Guttersnipe, I can actually just keep it and play it. So next, playset of Mizzium Mortars. This is a really needed card because we are controlling the game so much early game, and you flash it back with Snapcaster too, so you have 6 copies of it, basically, up to 6. And I played green-white aggro. I think it might have been mid-range, and there were Logsden Smiters going down onto the field. Sorry, I'm stuttering, but and then I'd play this and another Luscious Binder, Splashback with Snapcaster and Burning Vengeance trigger, and at one point Talrand trigger, Guttersnipe. Just everything really revolves around a lot of your core cards, and it makes it run really nice. Everything is just terrific with just I'm getting a little weird and I'm getting very vague with everything, but I'm just excited that I got a high place, so sorry about that. This is a needed card in the deck. I've decided to run a playset because it's a very versatile card, and I traded for a foily. As you can see, I was pretty excited about that on a personal note. But really what the card does is gives you the option between killing a sighted in Deathrite Shaman or Mana Dorks or something like that, countering a spell that, it didn't really happen for me, but countering a spell that's not a creature can really come in handy, and Faithless Looting, basically. And then, yeah, you just go to town, whatever choice you choose. I mean, you're usually always able to use it in some way or another, and it really works out. So I love that card too. And I already went over this kind of. It's card advantage. Some players like this more than Faithless Looting above, and the vice versa. I'm kind of the vice versa. So the next card, Think Twice. It's one of the beginning reasons why blue was really in Burning Vengeance decks, maybe when they started about a year ago. And you play it, you draw, you get flashback for Burning Vengeance, and you go to town. You need more draw you need a lot of draw in the deck, so that makes it work. I'm playing 3 Cyclonic Rift. You can bounce tokens, like if you ever run into Armada Worm tokens and other tokens, this really serves a good purpose. You can use the ultimate, but I never really ultimated during the tournament so far. But really I was just bouncing tokens, bouncing creatures I didn't want to deal with at the time, and just going to town afterwards because I was going off at that point. And then our last card in the main deck is Devil's Play. Yeah, and I got the cool promo, but you really only need one. It's an alternate win condition because you can hard cast it and kill your opponent if you can, or you can have it in your flashback. One time I flashed it back for X equals 0 so I could do Burning Vengeance damage to a creature to kill it because I needed to. It came in handy. It's just nice. So I'm going to pull apart some cards. This is the cool promo I got. Top 8 got Cryptborn Horror, foily, cool looking. So this is just all. I might go over my sideboard too. This is a card that some Burning Vengeance deck likes to run. I decided no, and it served me great not to run it, because I decided to run a little bit more creatures than, well, a lot of Burning Vengeance don't play creatures at all. Okay, Ancient Grudge. I decided to use Smelt sideboard. The flashback for it, I'm not playing Rootbound Craig, as you can see if you watch my MTG deck builder video. You don't really need Ancient Grudge. You could just Smelt, and then it's 1 less mana, and you can flash it back with Snapcaster if it's Witchbane Orb that you're going after, and otherwise just keep it in your hand if you think your opponent's got like Grafter's Cage and stuff like that. And let's see, did I mention I was going to open some packs? If I didn't, stick around and just bear with me. I'm going to go through my sideboard. Here, I'll make room over here. So a lot of it isn't relevant, but Jace Memory Adept was really relevant. I got some tips from a guy there when I was showing him my sideboard after play testing in the beginning, and I really only used him once, but that's because there wasn't a lot of control there that I ended up versing. But he was great. Like, he was a card that would have won me the game if not it weren't for him getting the. There were just cards and situations that had him win, and it was. I could explain it, but it's a long story. But in theory, Jace is terrific, but I haven't really had him do the best for me. But I know he can do really well against control. Enough explaining that. Negates, I'll probably keep those. It's just side and counter spell against stuff that has a lot of spells. I had these in my side deck, Electrickery, and I'm thinking no. I don't really like them. Long story short, I mean, this is a card that could probably come in handy, and maybe you like it more. You could explain that to me in the comments below. Guttersnipe, I had 2 of them in case I went up against control and I could take advantage, but I didn't really need to. I went up against kind of a control deck, and I didn't really need to. I ran like 3 Essence Scatters, and that didn't really happen. Like, it was just the way the game's played that it didn't matter, but it probably could matter. And I'm playing 3 Smelts. There wasn't that much graveyard hate, and the stuff that was graveyard hate was like in form of Golgari Charm, and it was probably something else, but when I versed a different guy. But I did run into Witchbane Orb like I was talking about, and I didn't even have to side this in. And I wasn't even going to side it in game 3 if it went on that long, but I 2-0'd in. So I think I'll open up the packs now. I've explained enough. This is pretty much the whole 9 yards of the deck. You can't really go too much more expensive than this unless you're getting useless extra Snapcasters. And I'm just going to open up some packs. I have the camera put down because I don't have my stand on me. I think that's a little blurry, but whatever. And I'm just going to open this. If I'm taking too long to open it, just skip a few seconds, but whatever. I'll open it and then I'll show you it on camera here. Okay. So I'll skip some commons, except that's a notable common because I like the fact that it's used in Modern. That's an uncommon. That's a, what is that, a Civic Saber. Assassin. Are you kidding? I see this foil. I told Sam I was going to get a foil Blood Crypt, and I did. Great. Great. And the real rare was Collective Blessing. So foil Blood Crypt, if that's not something, I don't know. Terrific. Terrific. So you just witnessed pretty much a pretty big part of my excitement now. Because I'm probably going to be telling Sam about that. And he's going to be jealous. Sorry if I'm sounding kind of dull. I'm excited, but I'm also a little tired because it's kind of late. But just give it a few seconds if I take too long. And this isn't the best quality because I don't have a stand, so I'm just putting the camera down, picking it back up. Alright. So, commons, more commons, even more. Wreck, let's see, Racecourse Fury, Call of the Conclave, Golgari Charm is pretty good, and an Angels of Serenity. So, good luck, John. It has good luck. BK7, whatever. So, 2 mythic, well, basically a mythic, an Angels Serenity. Still more excited about getting 4th place in the tournament, though. But, yeah, thanks for watching me open the best cards I'll ever pull in my life, and going over the best deck that I've run by far since I've been playing Standard. Really excited. These might be up for trade eventually if you want to get first dibs on it. We'll see what we can work out. This is amazing. But yeah, sorry if you're jelly. I'll see you next time. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. Thanks a lot. Leave a like, comment, whatever.